These walls can talk. Open your mind and listen.
Trailing down these hollow halls, can you hear me? Staring down these storied walls, can you see me?
So we're at a private residence in Oshawa. It's 13 degrees out, damp, and we're gonna start. So lights out.
All right, so tonight we're doing an investigation. I'll make this short. As you can tell, I'm in the film. And yes, this is my home. Going by the adage that you don't crap where you sleep, it's sort of been that way. I've been here for 13 years, never investigated the place myself. But however, I did bring my team in, and my wife and I are just going to basically be the client for the night and hop off to the side. Great training. And that's it. So yes, this is my home that's being done. Chap's office, and I'm going to stay out of their way. So claims, we'll do claims. I do remember years back when the girls, we were gone for the weekend camping, and then the girls were freaking out because somebody was walking around the house. And didn't they heard the basement door here slam.
Yes.
They called the cops. The cops came, and there was snow out there, but there were no footprints in the snow. But the door was unlocked and all that. Was there any more to that?
Well, the basement light was on and they had turned it off before they went to bed. The sliding door had opened,
Yeah.
but there was no footprints in the snow. And so,
Now you said, was there anything else that happens down here?
well, there was the one night when I was getting out of the shower and
Oh!
I heard the basement door. So everybody else is in bed, so I wrap my towel around me, stop in the kitchen on the way down to grab a butcher knife and come down. And as I went to come down the stairs, the door at the top of the basement stairs slammed in my face. And I came down and like everything was still locked and didn't hear anybody, but yeah.
But you were naked with a knife.
I was naked with a knife. Really vulnerable there.
Well, that's the way a lot of movies start.
And the other night, about a week ago, we came in through the back door.
Yep.
And our dog, who is the friendliest dog in the world and doesn't growl at anything, as soon as he came in through the door, he kind of stopped here staring at, my shelf of tools and stuff and started growling at the tools. Mm-hmm. And then turned around and barked at my daughter when she walked by him.
And then
so something had started.
A couple nights later, actually, he was walking up where the hallway is and then started stalking and growling at the doorway. I mean, like, you've obviously met Loki. He's just big and dumb. But he's friendly. And he was growling a very, that warning
Well, he actually
growl.
reversed. He started going down the hallway and
backed
then
up.
backed up and then stalked going around the other way.
It was very, very uncharacteristic. I know that we don't have to make a lot of what animals do, but you never did it, right? So, okay, follow along. So, we're in the hallway now, and I can recall some years back when we had the girls living at home with us. So, hardly enough being a father with having a house full of women. All I was hearing in the background, and I'll mimic it in here, but upstairs in the bathroom, all I'm hearing is like this. Things being chucked around and drawers being slammed. Being a father, I ran to the stairs. I'm like, crying out loud, be quiet, shut up, The girls had already left. Completely done. Here, on a regular, we hear cupboard doors shut. The only thing that's really weird about that is we have soft close cupboard doors and drawers. So you have to shut it, right? Other than that, it just dampers close. So, but we get that on a regular basis. We've had a suicide at the unit just over there. Don't know if that has anything to do with anything. I know that in our room, I woke up one morning to what looked like a little girl sitting on the laundry hamper next to our bed. Could that have been just coming out of lucidity? It's possible, but it was pretty real. It felt real. You know, we've had, obviously, we've heard lots of voices, lots of shadows, lots of little head peeking around the corner. You know, it's funny, like when you're alone and we hear, you know, distinct walking above us, real pressure noises, not house creaks and cracks. This place is 50 plus years old. There's not a lot of house settling going on here, but there has been some very, very definite footsteps being heard. Trying to think of anything else. I mean, like it's just a lot of voices and noises. We did get the EVP that I did hear once where somebody said, "Hey, stupid," to me. It was like, "Hey, stupid." When I was doing a remote voice thing, right? Like I was doing the audio from downstairs, piping it through upstairs. So there was nobody upstairs. And I know the kids had gone through all their video game sound files to make sure it wasn't theirs. But there wasn't a sound file like that. So, I mean, I can't call that empirical proof, but I can say that that was a point of interest and probably what made me think that maybe I should get somebody to investigate this place. Can you remake that noise, please, again? Can you make that noise again? Because my wife and I are not sure. Can you remake that noise, please, again? Can you make that noise again? Because my wife and I are not sure. So most of what happens seems to happen on the floor when we're not on that floor, more than when it happens when we're there.
You're like, oh damn, the ghost's coming, but it's the dog.
So, you know, you might have a lot of free play where something's happening somewhere else. Maybe. It's not a creepy house, but there's activity that happens, and it happens a lot that we both notice it. Like we'll look at each other and go, like, "Did you hear that?" A lot of experiencing the same things. So, you know, it's not like a single thing where I saw it but she didn't. Yeah, so that's about it.
Awesome.
The homeowner a week or two ago said that their dog came in the home, and when he came inside from the back door, he stopped and started growling at something. And so I'm wondering if that was you. Is there a reason that you're here? Do you have a name? Do you know that it's the year 2021? So that was like 2 and it's now at a 3.8. I don't know if that's a difference, but are you aware of the year that it is? Do you know that you have passed on?
Are you someone that's attached to the property or someone that's attached to the family?
There's been a lot of people who have lived here, but for the past 10 or so years, it's been the same family. Does the name Dave or David mean anything to you? Sandy or Sandra? Destiny? Tanisha? Dakota? Fiona? Brianna? Bailey? Abby? Eric? Do any of these names mean anything to you?
No, About a year ago, we were listening to some recordings that Dave had done, a solo that he had done in the house, and we had picked up on someone saying, "Hey, stupid."
We just jumped from 2 to 3.9. Was that you that called David stupid? That was the camera turning off. Why do you think he's stupid?
Was he asking questions that you thought he should already know the answers to?
We're jumping up to 5.
Do you visit Dave because he is a paranormal investigator? So you know that he is more sensitive to receive information from you?
Do you visit Dave because you know he's a spiritualist and he understands you and isn't afraid? Dave's been doing this for a very long time.
Was that something outside that just made a noise?
The little pop, I think she's on Facebook or something.
Okay,
That's
because
it.
it just kind of went
It's
like.
it's the refresh pop.
Okay.
Back.
No, there was
Oh,
There was it went like.
yeah.
Okay, well we did jump up to 5, but it could have just been energy. But we're dropping to 0 point.
So when you called Dave, "Hey, stupid," was he supposed to hear that when you said it? Or were you hoping he didn't hear it until later so he didn't get upset?
How long have you been with the family? Is there one spirit here, or is there several spirits here?
Dave's been called a lot of names growing up. Do you know that? Is that why you egged him on? Do you call him stupid to bug him?
Scoob's holding the microphone that picks up really small noises, the same one that Dave picked up you calling him stupid on. If you talk into that microphone, we might not be able to hear it, but the microphone will pick up your voice if there's anything you have to say to Dave, Sandy. Do you get fun out of making the noises? Are you the one who slams cupboards?
I'd love to hear you make a bang. Knock something off the shelf. Loki was staring at the shelf and got afraid. Just knock something off of it. Make something move. But it's dark in here, so you're gonna have to make it move drastically for us to see it.
We're dropping down below 1 from 3. No, Goss, sorry, should specify.
Maybe you could use all the energy in the room to make that noise or bang or something to drop. That'd be really interesting.
Our friend Linda there is behind the camera. You can feel free to touch her. Turn the camera off, maybe.
I know you like to play games, and upstairs we have a bunch of equipment set up. So even if you're not doing anything here, you can always go up into Dave's room, and there's an awesome light panel that all you have to do is go over top of it, and it will set the light panel off. Do you want us here?
No one's inside. However, these are joint houses.
That was coming from behind Linda.
I heard a click over to my left.
Make so that there's a noise behind Linda, and it sounds like water running.
It sounds like when after you flush the toilet going through the tank.
Mm-hmm.
These, I will note that these are very thin walls to the point that like when we used to play rock band, like our neighbors would be upset about it. So we have to take that with like
Grain of salt.
a grain of salt because that could very well just be our neighbors flushing their toilet.
Okay.
So do take note. Like,
Well,
not groundbreaking.
if that was you, maybe you could do that again for us.
Is that you guys clicking?
No.
That was.
I heard it to my left again.
I thought the first one was one of you guys moving.
No.
And then it happened again.
Oh.
Entering.
Actually, we could just ask about the water thing now.
How easily do you hear neighbors washing their toilets and stuff?
You can hear it through the shit pipe.
Okay, that's what I figured. I just wanted to.
It's not my shit, it's their shit.
All right.
Do you have any connection to anyone in the house? I grew up here. I'm Fiona. I grew up here for a good portion of my childhood. I can't recall anything dramatic happening, but supposedly Dave, my father, can. It's so crazy what this room has been through. This used to be a dojo where Dave and Sandy would practice martial arts. That's pretty much what this was most of my childhood. Then I slept down here in grade 9. Did you bug me while I was sleeping?
Sandy mentioned that she was in the shower one day, and when she got out of the shower, she heard something in the basement. So she went to the kitchen, and when she was on her way downstairs, the door slammed. Was that you that slammed the door on Sandy?
This name Sandy seems to change the Milgauss quite a bit. Do you have a connection to Sandy?
If it's you making these numbers change, can you make them go up to 5 or 6 or 7 instead of just playing with the 2s and the 3s?
Come really close.
Because the 2s and the 3s could be nothing. So let's go all the way up. So if you called Dave stupid, would you like it if Dave called you stupid and just ignored you? Like, do you want him to ignore you, or do you want him to get to know who you are and figure out what you want?
Are you someone from Sandy's life?
That doesn't like Dave and calls him stupid?
I might touch some toes here, but Sandy's ex-husband passed away when the girls were young.
Loki.
That is Loki running. He passed away from a heart attack, and their relationship did not end on good terms. Do not like Dave?
Is there anything that you want to say and pass on? Or how old are you?
Sorry, that's just me sighing. I'm trying to think of her ex-husband's name, but I don't know it. So we're dropping down to pretty low Milgauss here.
Are you just down here when Sandy's down here? Because it seems to be the claims are mostly when she's down here, not when Dave's here by himself. Or does he just not pay attention?
Do you think Dave's just become desensitized to what you've done since he's been doing this stuff for a very long time? Sandy's been at it for a long time, but not quite as long.
What year were you born?
Dave must have dropped something.
What year did you die?
There was a suicide across the street. Are you involved with that person?
Are you that person?
Because if so, that was a very upsetting way to go.
Furnace turn on?
That's the sink. See, this is the best part about me living here. I know what all the sounds are.
Yep.
Yes, the man across the street sat in his car, closed the garage. It's very unfortunate. Was that you?
An unfinished business. So you come to Dave and Sandy's because you know that they have the sensitivities. And so it's easier to get their attention.
That
Sounds
was
like Loki's tail up
quite
there.
the spike in the middle of Goss. Simultaneously occurring at the same time as Loki. But that went up to what, like 6?
Yeah, it was a 6. Was that you that made it go up to a 6? Can you do it again? You can temporarily use my energy if you need to.
Temporarily, though.
Temporarily.
Do not stay.
Do not stay. Please do not stay. But you can use my energy if you need to make it go up to a 6.
I don't need Aaron calling us at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Fuck. And if you're gonna stay, make sure you're not distracted. Oh dear. See, we are fun, joking people.
I'm not bothered. I grew up with you here. Do you remember me? Do you remember how annoying I was growing up? Did it bother you? Is that why you called Dave stupid? For keeping me here?
Okay, time's out of taking my energy back.
Feel free to use my energy as long as you want. Sorry, I'm just playing with pieces on the camera, so any small sounds like that, that is just me. I'm so sorry.
What the hell was that?
Holy fuck!
Wasn't me.
Something fell.
That looks like a piece
Behind.
from a vacuum. Was that you?
And there was another noise just now.
Yes.
So let's.
Okay, so thank you if that
Look
was
at
you
this.
knocking
sorry.
things
I'm moving
over.
it away from me.
Well, that was pretty interesting. Fiona said you could use her energy. And all of a sudden, we've been down here for a good maybe 20 minutes.
Okay, that was Linda.
Okay.
But
We've been
something
down here,
fell
yeah.
behind Fiona.
So what I think we should do is maybe turn on a light and let's have a look. Because that's what we
Or-
do. We
yeah.
debunk.
Linda, do you see anything over there without turning on the light, first of all?
Okay. So this is what fell.
The shop back fell.
Yeah.
That was stable up there. We had been in and out of the room, back and
Yeah.
forth, closing doors, walking around. I was standing over there for a bit.
Loki was running around. Dave and Sandy came in and out. The door's shut. We've been down here for a while, and it's so it would physically have had to been like,
And it didn't even fall that way.
and it didn't even fall that way. It fell like that. Wow. Wait, let's try and recreate that noise. It would have had to go like this.
Yeah.
So that's that noise. Doo 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 doo.
Apparently my energy
Okay.
is striking.
Well, that was pretty interesting. So,
And you can continue using my energy. Because apparently it's quite powerful. But leave me some, because I work a double tomorrow. So
I mean, if you could do that again, or
Yeah, prove us wrong. Because it could have just been wiggling. There's something else bumping upstairs. More bumping. Yeah, make something else fall.
well, like we said, we know you can do it.
We're not gonna stay down here much longer, so if you're down here and you want us to know you're here, do something else. That was really cool that you could push that vacuum tube down.
It's too bad we didn't get it on camera.
let's try to like ask questions, but like have as much peace, like not peace, but like as much quietness in your head. Does that make sense? Like when you close your eyes, like you just keep everything quiet, but you're still asking questions. Because I feel like the more peace in the area, the more like capable. It's like a weird feeling,
can
like
try it.
weird vibe I have going on right now.
Or just sit in silence for a few minutes?
Yeah, even that.
Alright, let's do that.
So I'm just gonna say, you guys, you can take whoever's energy, all of it at once.
Correction. Those
Yeah.
three.
Okay. Except Aaron. And, you know, show us that you're here. We're gonna be quiet so that you can make as much as noise as you'd like, and we'll listen. We're jumping up to 4.7 milligauss when we're usually sitting around 2. Nothing drastic, but worth noting. Do you like the peace and quiet that we're giving? We're sitting at 4.5. I just went up to 8 to 10 milligauss. Do you want me to shut up? Have you been in this residence for a very long time?
Do you even know you're dead?
Are you connected to the land that the subdivision is built on?
Would it bother you to know that Cassinger sold to Kiwi Residences? They're a rich company from Toronto. Cassinger was a home loved that owned Roslyn Park for a very long time.
You guys can hear all this thumping, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dave's father and stepmother lived here. Not in this house, but grew up here. Do you know who they are? Are you connected to Al and Nancy Gibb?
Leave it quiet.
Yeah.
And leave you alone down here, and we'll go upstairs. And so if there's anything you want to do to prove to us that you're with us, now would be the time.
Just me itching my arm. Sorry.
But again, like when you really look at it,
I don't see how it could have fallen.
for it to have been stayed up there, I mean, there's no, oh, it could have stayed there. But even then, we've been going in and out.
Yeah. The dog was by.
And the dog would buy it and whatever, so technically that would have been the noise. Or, but I mean, even that's a far stretch. It's,
Yeah. And I think it would have gone down before
it would have gone down way
Yeah.
before. Because look how fast
that moves, yeah.
that moves. So, and if it was this way, something would have had to pick
Should
it
have
up
had a picture of it, I guess, before.
to go like that.
Yeah. See exactly where it was.
Yeah. But,
And it wasn't any of the wood or anything.
no. No, because I actually seen the black thing out of the corner of my eye come down. It just didn't occur to me, figuratively speaking, what it was.
Well, we're on the middle floor, and you did some pretty impressive pushing the vacuum off the chair. And so we hear that the claims on the main floor is that somebody likes to slam the kitchen doors, the kitchen cabinets, and make a bunch of ruckus in the kitchen. And so, again, is there one person with us? Or is there more than one spirit that visits Dave and his family at the house?
Loki. And Boo Bear's in the kitchen.
That's the fridge. That's the fridge that one.
It'd be pretty cool if you could do what you did with the vacuum with one of the cabinets. Does the animals bug you?
It's a car.
Does Loki get in your way?
Can you give us your name? The dog's in here. Maybe he could react to you if you were to go close to him. He's just lying down. He's gonna go to sleep. He must be bored.
Maybe you can make some noise down in the basement while we're up here. What was the squeaking sound?
I was
Just
gonna
now?
say it was like a door.
Yeah.
Great question. That I cannot explain.
So there was a squeaking sound and it came from behind us on that side. And
I'm gonna go test the cupboard and see what they sound like.
Well, and check the basement door. Did we close it all the way? Or is it open?
It's open. Was it closed?
No, I don't think. Linda closed it.
Linda, did you close the door?
I don't think so.
Okay, this is just gonna be opening and closing the cupboards.
Okay. No, it was a squeak.
Yeah.
It's like a door hinge squeak.
Yeah, because when you do it was definitely from over here though, right?
Yeah.
You do have an armoire right behind you.
Yeah. Aaron, open and close the. Oh, what was that? Oh, that's just.
It was
you.
the basement door.
Is the basement door squeaky?
Listen. So it's closed now.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. This one goes too.
Oh, that's the noise.
So this is his creek.
That's what it sounded like, right?
So that's the kitchen cabinet.
It's shut now, but it doesn't seem to shut all the way. There are other cabinets I haven't checked though. Have you tried opening the armoire behind you? That opens.
No, that would
No.
have been a good.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So there was just a squeaking noise, and it sounded like a door closing, kind of like the cupboard. Was that you that did that? I mean, that was pretty fantastic. You've now moved the vacuum and you made the cupboard squeak. What else can you do for us tonight? Do you want us here? If you don't want us here, why don't you try and make another noise? Or something fall over? Or even make that squeak happen again.
Can you, moving that vacuum must have taken an awful lot of energy. I wonder if you can use our energy again and knock something off the table. Not the donuts though. Don't destroy the donuts.
Why do you hang around them? I remember coming to Dave's house to learn the equipment, and everybody was watching what he was doing, and I heard knocks. Come to think of it now, and it was like, that's me knocking, FYI. But nobody else really like budged at it, but it was definitely beside me. I can't remember that. Do you remember that song? Knock 3 times on the do 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 do. Do you know that song?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say knock 3 times.
Knock on the door.
Door.
Do-do-do-do. No, that's all I can think in my head. Thank you.
I can't even think of the full song. Knock 3 times
On
ceiling if
the,
you
you want
want
me, babe. Knock on the door. Clunk, clunk. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to listen to it on the way home now.
I was just thinking that. I need to turn on YouTube and rock that song.
Yeah. Put it on our Facebook profile. Okay, leave Erin alone. If you are trying to use her energy, she's exhausted, so leave her alone.
Yeah, I'm not open to your energy. I mean, I have a lot of energy of my own, but I'll siphon it through the 3 of these ladies. I mean, if you want to get a rise out of somebody, I'm probably the person that would scare the easiest.
Although I know I'm gonna jump from the vacuum fell.
That's true.
Don't admit to any. Oh my god, the cat's tail just
Yeah.
fucking scared me.
I don't know why you guys are saying that. Like, he's literally sleeping.
No.
No, something.
Something's moved over here.
Yes.
He looks like he's ready to pounce.
There's also a sweater there.
No, like something came up this, like the side of the chair by Aaron.
His
It
tail's
looked like-
over here.
Well, what the heck moved over there?
This is his hat right
Yeah, I assumed his tail's here.
here. No, his tail's right here. Sorry, Tabby, I love you. His paws are all over here. Alright, come on. Let's use our energy and make something happen.
Although my head's not hurting as bad right now, which is pretty cool.
Oh, I cured your headache.
Yeah, if you cured my headache, you can use my energy all you want right now.
We've dropped down to 0.3 milligauss when we were sitting at about 1.72. So,
Yeah, are you male or female?
Are you an adult or a child?
are you kidding me?
The cat is just wandering around them. That's okay.
Did you have pets? Is that why they don't bother you?
Have you been here forever, or did you just arrive?
My cat is awfully loud for
Is there something in the home that you're attached to?
Dave says sometimes when he's sitting in his chair, he sees shadow people walking down the hallway. Is that you?
Are you one of those shadow people?
Do you want his attention?
Because you're gonna have to try harder, because he has definitely desensitized himself to small little things. You have to make it known that you're here.
Or are you just here to watch them? You enjoy the company that they bring.
Are you observing them?
Did you live here and walking down the hallway is just something that you always did and it's the same routine? So you're going to the kitchen to make dinner or get a snack or get a drink. You're just minding your own business. Oh my gosh, Boo Bear doing his knock scared me.
Knock 3 times. Boo Bear caught it.
Yeah, I don't know of any little girls in the general span of our life.
Also, this is where he was called Hey Stupid.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you're the little girl, those balls on the bed are pretty fancy, and it just takes a light touch and it'll send it into flashy colors.
Okay, so you helped, or you made the vacuum move in the basement. We'll go back to that. There's lots of things in this room you could move around as well. If you wanted to move something on a dresser, open up a closet. I don't know why I'm saying it. Because I looked over and I was like, oh, how's that gonna happen? Unlock the camera off. The tripod. That doesn't work.
You can, oh,
The closet.
you can move the mirror that's behind Patricia.
Could you move something or make some footsteps out in the hallway even that we could hear?
Do you want to be noticed?
Yeah, because Dave said every time he's on one floor, things happen on the other floor. So it's like they don't want it to happen when there's somebody there to notice.
Yeah.
Um,
Why is that? Why do you do things on different floors more noticeably?
it's like cat and mouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
So are they just playing a game?
Or maybe they're nervous somehow.
They don't want to be caught.
Right. But they want whoever to notice. So again, is it one person or two? Is there a multitude of you? And do you know each other exists? Or do you run into each other?
I'm thinking they're like, bang!
Physically, but you know, like, oh, I'm Ghost from 1949 and I'm Ghost from 1980. Nice to meet you. You know, that's. I wonder if ghosts can do that.
I don't know.
That's a question I'm asking you because you're a spirit. We'll use the proper, correct term. Do you come across other spirits?
If you are the little girl, how are you related to the people who reside in this home?
Are you a guardian angel spirit that is here to just watch over the family and make sure they're okay?
If you are the little girl, did you come here because there were a bunch of girls living here at once? Was at one time there was a good 5 girls living here.
It's my stomach.
My stomach too.
5 or 6. Was it fun? So everyone was putting on their makeup and getting all dressed up. Did you want to join? I was the youngest. Did you want to play with me? Cause I'll play now. I know I'm old now compared to when I lived here, but I'll play now. Do you want to play?
Or did you come here in that form because you knew that it would be like the most comforting?
Maybe have Linda go into the basement and do a solo. Cause
Ooh,
yes. Yeah. Linda, are you okay going into the
I
basement
don't
for
mind.
solo? Alright, let's do that then.
I see Dave's got a dartboard on the wall. Do you like playing darts? Is there any other sports that you might like? My daughter played ringette. My son liked to bowl. You still can't move nothing for me?
I know obviously as a lead, when it's quiet, it's incredibly disappointing. I know obviously as a lead, when it's quiet, it's incredibly disappointing.